let's talk about something uncomfortable. Let's talk about the people who don't just disappoint you, they disarm you. We've all been there. That sting of betrayal. The sick feeling when someone you trusted, someone you let in, does something so perfectly aimed at your weak spot that it feels less like a mistake and more like a planned demolition. We walk away blaming ourselves. How could I be so stupid? I should have seen it coming. But what if you could see it coming? Not through paranoia, but through pattern recognition. What if certain behaviors weren't just annoying personality traits, but were actually the early warning system of a future betrayal? I'm not talking about the obvious jerks. The rude, the abrasive, the openly hostile. Those people are easy. They wave their own red flags. I'm talking about the ones who are harder to spot. The ones who make you feel good, right up until the moment they don't. From a blend of psychology and a lot of lived experience, I want to walk you through 3 very specific archetypes. These are the people who, statistically and behaviorally, are almost guaranteed to betray your trust. Not might, will. Learning to identify them isn't about becoming cynical. It's about becoming discerning. It's about protecting the most valuable thing you have in any relationship, your sense of safety. Archetype 1, the intimacy bypasser. You know this person. You meet them at a party, a networking event, or through a friend. Within 20 minutes, it feels like you've known them for years. They're complimenting your tastes, your energy, your career. They're sharing deep personal stories, often about trauma or vulnerability, way too fast. They're texting you the next day. Hey, bestie, just saw this and thought of you. They create a whirlwind of instant connection. And it feels amazing. In a lonely world, being seen and celebrated so quickly is a drug. Our brain confuses the speed of intimacy with the depth of it. We think, finally, someone who gets me, but here's the psychological truth they're exploiting. Forced intimacy creates forced vulnerability. True trust is built slowly, through consistent action over time. It's a wall built brick by brick. The intimacy bypasser tries to helicopter lift you over that wall. They create the feeling of closeness without doing the work of building it. They learn your dreams, your insecurities, your past hurts not through earned confidence, but through a charming interrogation disguised as soulful connection. Why is this a betrayal waiting to happen? Because once they have mapped your interior, your soft spots, and you are emotionally invested in this instant friendship, the power dynamic is set. They know what you care about, what you're ashamed of, what you fear. And that information, in the wrong hands, isn't for bonding. It's for leverage. The betrayal, when it comes, won't feel random. It won't feel surgical. Precise. Because it was. Archetype 2, the Detail Archaeologist. This one is more subtle and often masquerades as just being interested. This person doesn't just ask how your day was. They need the metadata. What time did you get to the meeting? Who else was there? What exactly did they say? What did you have for lunch? Oh, you went to the doctor. What for? Their questions are a scalpel. Their silence, when you pause, is a vacuum, pulling more information out of you. They don't ask for context, they ask for coordinates. They are building a map of your life, not to navigate it with you, but to chart its vulnerabilities. We often mistake this for caring, especially if we're lonely or if this person is in a potential romantic context. But genuine curiosity has a relaxed, give-and-take rhythm. It says, tell me about your trip. The Detail Archaeologist operates with a tense, extractive energy. It says, give me the itinerary, the flight numbers, the hotel address, and the receipt. This is a foundational tactic of manipulation. Information is power. The more someone knows about your routines, your habits, your finances, your health, your relationships, the more points of pressure they have. They can use it to control you. I know you were at that bar last Tuesday. You told me you were working late. To sabotage you, spreading a carefully twisted version of a private detail, or to exploit you knowing when you're most vulnerable or distracted. The betrayal here is the violation of your personal sovereignty. They aren't collecting details to connect, they're collecting them to have a file on you. And one day, they will open that file. Archetype 3, the Social Chameleon. This is the master performer. The person whose identity is a liquid, pouring perfectly into the mold of whoever they're with. With you, they're a free-thinking iconoclast, railing against the system. With your conservative boss, they're suddenly talking about fiscal responsibility and traditional values. They laugh uproariously at your friend's joke that they privately told you was so lame. Their core skill is context-dependent morality. They don't have a stable, internal compass of right and wrong. Their compass only points to advantage and disadvantage. You are not a person to them. You are an audience for a specific performance. And when the audience changes, the performance changes. The betrayal here is one of fundamental falseness. The person you bonded with, the one who seemed to share your values, your humor, your worldview, never actually existed. They were a mirror reflecting you back at yourself. This makes their betrayal the most disorienting. One day, they are your staunchest ally, riding for you. The next, you hear from a third party that they were the one who undermined your proposal, or shared your confidential complaint, or made a joke at your expense to ingratiate themselves with a new crowd. The chameleon's loyalty is to the social ecosystem, not to any individual in it. You are a temporary prop. When a better opportunity for social capital appears, they will sacrifice you for it without a second thought. You were never a friend. You were a stepping stone wearing a friend's costume. So, what's the common thread here? Why do these three types reliably lead to betrayal? It all boils down to one thing. They confuse extraction with connection. A healthy, trustworthy person connects with you. They share, they listen, they build something with you. There is a mutual exchange, a respect for boundaries, a pace that allows for authentic feeling to grow. The future betrayer extracts from you. They take your intimacy, your information, your social credibility. They harvest it. The closeness is a tool for the harvest. The moment the cost of maintaining the facade with you outweighs the value they can extract from you, the betrayal is not just possible, it's the logical next step in their transaction. This isn't a call to distrust everyone. It's a call to audit for authenticity, to value slow building, consistent trust over dazzling, instant chemistry, to notice when someone's interest feels more like an investigation than a conversation, to watch how a person's character holds up across different rooms and different crowds. Protect your inner world. Your dreams, your fears, your daily routines. These are the treasures of your life. Don't hand them over to the first person who offers you a cheap compliment or a perfectly mirrored opinion. Make them earn the map to your heart, one trustworthy, consistent action at a time. The best defense against those who would betray you is not a thicker armor, but a sharper discernment. It's the ability to say, "You seem interesting, but I only need to see more of who you are over time." It is choosing the solid ground of real, earned trust over the seductive, shaky high of instant intimacy. Your peace is too valuable. Your trust is too precious. Give it to those who treat it not as something to be taken, but as something to be carefully, gratefully, and consistently earned. This is a sensitive topic. Have you encountered one of these archetypes? What was the subtle red flag you maybe ignored at first? Sharing your story without names, of course, in the comments can help others spot these patterns earlier. If this framework for understanding betrayal risk makes sense to you, please hit that like button. It helps this protective knowledge reach more people who need it. And if you're interested in more tools for building emotional intelligence, setting boundaries, and fostering truly healthy relationships, consider subscribing. We focus on building discernment, not walls. Thank you for listening. Trust your instincts. They're often smarter than your hope.